Okay, so welcome back everybody to Geo 101, and in today's video we will be discussing maps. We will be given an introduction to maps. So things that we'll be discussing in this video are: what is a map, the essential features of a map, the different types of maps, what is a settlement pattern, and the different types of settlement patterns. So what is a map? A map is a drawing showing how a piece of land would look if seen from above. For a map to be considered a map, it must have certain features, and these are a scale, an arrow showing direction, a key or legend, and a title. This is what this scale would look like. There are different types of scales or different ways the scale will be represented. There are three different ways the scale can be represented on a map. We have a linear scale, we have a ratio scale, and we have a statement scale. So then we have the arrow showing direction. It can also be called a north point or compass, you would see, and it could be shown in different ways. These are three ways that you could see it on a map. The first one is you would see it showing the four cardinal points, the four main cardinal points, which is north, south, west, and east. You could see it showing just one of the cardinal points, which is north, but it's also has the arrows pointing in the different directions, or it could just have one arrow pointing north. So then we have our legend or key, which lets us know what the different symbols and colors mean on the map. So this is an example of it here. So it has the different colors on this map, and it's letting us know what each of them represent, as well as symbols. And then we have the title. The title is very important because it lets us know what the map is about. A map could have a multitude of different things on it, which could make the map confusing if you don't know what to look for. And the title helps us know what to look for on the map. It lets us know what the map is about. Right, so the different types of maps now, there are several different types of maps, but a few of them are physical maps, political maps, distributional maps, geological maps, weather maps, climate maps, and contour maps. So a physical map, these show physical features, physical or natural features of the earth like mountains, plateaus, rivers, plains, and swamps. And it's not just these, it's any physical feature. It could show a volcano, it could show a beach, it could show a valley. Any physical feature, any natural feature of the earth, once it's shown on the map, this will fall under the category of a physical map. So for example, we have a map here of Canada, and as we can see, it's showing, it has different physical features. So we see rivers. So we have a river here, we see mountains, we have a mountain here, we have a mountain range here. It's showing different physical features of Canada here. So as you can see the different physical features, this could fall under the category of a physical map. Another example here, this map is showing the active volcanoes that there are throughout the world. And this is also an example of a physical map because volcanoes are a physical feature and it's being represented on the map here. So the next type of map is a political map. A political map shows countries, counties, provinces, states, and the boundaries that are separating them. So this is an example here. We have, again, Canada as an example, and there are the different states that are outlined throughout the United States here. This is an example of a political map because it's clearly outlining the different states throughout the country. Another example here, it shows the different regional corporations throughout Trinidad, clearly defined, and as well as they show the borderline for each regional corporation. So you see we have the clear borderline for each state, the clear line for each corporation. As the definition says, it shows the boundaries that are separating them as well, as you can see. A good example here as well is around election time when they are announcing which party won which which constituency, and is represented by the color of the party. This is an example of a political map as well, where same thing here, different areas and who won which area. A distributional map now. So a distributional map indicates the distribution of any particular feature in an area. This can include crops, livestock, soil, climate, or population. So as the definition says, it shows how something is distributed throughout an area or country. An example of a distributional map using the example population is in this image here. It's showing a population density map, and each dot represents a certain amount of people, and it's showing how these people are spread across the country here. So in this case, the thing that is being distributed is the population or the people, and it's showing how the people are spread throughout the country or distributed. An example, soil throughout the different regions of the globe. So each soil type is represented by a particular color and then plotted on the map here as we see, and it's showing how it's distributed throughout the globe. So a geological map shows the different rock types in an area. A geological map is similar to a distributional map, except it's solely for rocks, while a distributional map could show anything really. A geological map is specifically only for rocks. So an example here we have is a map showing the different rock types in Jamaica, and each type is represented by color, and then it's plotted on the map here. Another example, limestone, different types of limestone and where it's located throughout Jamaica. Notice that it's specific to limestone and rocks. That is what the geological map is. It's only specific to rocks. So a weather map shows the daily weather conditions of a region or country. This is what is used by news programs to give weather reports. So this is what a weather map would look like. There are various symbols, and this is the information that the forecasters use to give us the weather forecast on the news. So another image here. This is also what it looks like. It looks very confusing, I know, but this is another example. So a climate map shows the different weather patterns for an area. It depicts climatic variables such as temperature, humidity, precipitation, cloud cover, pressure, etc. So a climate map is different from a weather map, where a weather map is the daily weather conditions. The climate map shows weather conditions, but it's for a period, over a period of time. So it's not just for one day only. So for example, in this image here, it's showing the mean annual precipitation for mainland China, and it's showing between the period of 1961 to 1990. So data was collected within that period of time, and that is what they used to plot the map here on this climate map. Right? So then we have contour maps. A contour map shows the relief of land using contour lines. So if you've ever, or if you started the different map reading skills, you would have come across a contour map at some point. So contour lines basically show the different elevations in the land or on the land. So that is then plotted on the map here, and that is what we would refer to as a contour map. So we have the lines here, and each line is represented by a number, and that would be the height at that particular point. So this one is 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, etc. feet, and that is what is shown here on the map. So we have another image here, the same thing. This one is a volcano, and this one here is an island. It's showing the different levels of elevation of the land for the island, same thing as the volcano, different levels of elevation for the volcano. So now we move on to settlement patterns. So what is a settlement pattern? The way the buildings are spread over the land forms a settlement pattern for an area. So when we have an area and there are buildings or houses, there's a particular way that the buildings would be set up, whether it's intentional or not. it would form a settlement pattern. And there are three main types of settlement patterns. They are dispersed or scattered, linear or urban, and nucleated or compact. So this is an image here. So for example, we have an area here and there are houses, and the houses are set up where they are spread apart. So this would fall under the category of dispersed settlement pattern. Then we have nucleated, where the houses are closely compact. This would fall under a nucleated settlement pattern. And then we have linear, where they follow along a line. They going down a line. This would be a linear settlement pattern. Again, another image, we have dispersed, where the houses are far apart, linear, where they're going along a line, and then nucleated, where they are close together. So dispersed or scattered settlement is made up of the isolated estate or farm and a few scattered houses a short distance away from one another. As we can see here, we have the farmland or the estate, and the houses are spread across with a considerable distance between them. And this is what it would look like here in this diagram. So they are spread out. And then we have linear or urban. A linear or urban settlement is made up of a line of houses or buildings along a road, river, coast, or at the foot of a mountain. So here we have linear, where they are lined off along the road here. And it's the same thing here in the image. Then we have nucleated or compact settlements. A nucleated or compact settlement is made up of houses or buildings which are clustered or close together. And this is the example here, where they are close together. A great example of a nucleated settlement pattern is would be for a city where all the buildings are really close together. That is a great example of a nucleated settlement pattern. So again, dispersed is where the buildings or houses are far apart. Linear is when they are following a line, and nucleated is when they are closely compact together. So now let's recap the entire lesson. We learned about what is a map. We learned about the essential features of a map. We learned about the different types of maps, which are physical, political, distributional, geological, weather, climate, and contour maps. We learned about what is a settlement pattern, as well as the different types of settlement patterns, which are dispersed, linear, and nucleated. So that brings us to the end of this video. I hope this video was helpful to you in some way, whether it be you studying for an exam or just to get further clarification on the topic. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you all in another video.